Hey everybody. Today I wanted to jump into the text and really answer the question and what does a disciple look like? What is that look that Jesus describes a disciple to be about? And we're going to see that today in Matthew chapter 5. Uh, Jesus starts the Sermon on the Mount with the Beatitudes. We see here when he saw the crowds, he went up to the mountain. And after he sat down, his disciples came to him. Then he began to teach them, saying, Blessed are the poor in spirit, for the kingdom of heaven is theirs. Blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted. Blessed are the humble, for they will inherit the earth. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be filled. Blessed are the merciful, for they will be shown mercy. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they will see God. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called sons of God. Blessed are those who are persecuted because of righteousness, for the kingdom of heaven is theirs. You are blessed when they insult you and persecute you and falsely say every kind of evil against you because of me. Be glad and rejoice, because your reward is great in heaven, for that is how they persecuted the prophets who were before you. You are the salt of the earth. But if the salt should lose its taste, how can it be made salty? It is no longer for anything but to be thrown out and trampled under people's feet. You are the light of the world. A city situated on a hill cannot be hidden. No one lights a lamp and puts it under a basket, but rather on a lampstand, and it gives light for all who are in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before others, so they may see your good works and give glory to your Father in heaven. As we see in this text in Matthew chapter 5, the look of the disciple Jesus personifies in the Beatitudes, that he was meek and humble, and we're called to be that too. And so the question we have to ask ourselves is, where do we see ourselves in that? What areas in our lives need attention? Do we need to be more humble? Do we need to be more of a peacemaker? Do we need to be more of someone who thirsts for righteousness? How are we being salt and light? See, Jesus says very clearly that we are to do that and be that as a disciple. The characteristics of a disciple is found here in Matthew chapter 5, and we just need to take some time and look at ourselves and ask ourselves, what needs more attention? Where are we faltering? The great thing is that if we find ourselves lacking, Jesus will very much work in us and through us and help us develop that if we're willing. Now, we also need to share the gospel, to live our life in such a way that people see our good works. So what are you doing for good works? And remember, it's all about turning everything to Jesus and giving God the glory so people can see that. So that's what a disciple looks like. I know I'm challenged by this text to look at my life and to think about, pray about where I need to grow as a disciple. But for you, think about what areas you need to grow in. And Jesus is faithful to work those out if you give it to him.